All right, so this teacher was very frustrated with Goss, and and she said, go in the corner and count the number, add the numbers up between 1 and 100, meaning 1 plus 2 plus 3, all the way to 100, okay? And Goss said to her, well, that's easy. It's 5,050. And she said, go get in the corner. She was just like a little bit frustrated with him. And he goes, no, it's 5,050. And so he said, this is how I figured it out. So what he did was he started looking at the numbers backwards. So 100, 99, 98, all the way to 1, right? And he saw that all of these columns were worth 101, right?
Yeah.
So you have 101 columns, 101 times 100 columns. That's 10,100. But you only need half of them. So you divide them by 2, and you get 50/50. Well, what he did was the formula we're going to learn today, which is the S of n formula, and that's n over 2 a1 plus an. First term plus the last term, 1 plus 100, got it? And the number of terms, which is 100, divided by 2, which is why he divided it by 2. So this is the formula we're learning today. Sigma means sum. So we're really finding the sum. If we do this out, we're finding the sum of, if I plug in a 2 into that equation, I get a 5. Does everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
If I plug in a 3 into that equation, I get a 7. And then I plug in a 4, 9, and 5, 11, and 6, 13, 15, 17, 19. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I add all of those numbers together, right? Somebody do that for me. So that's 96 would be the answer. So let's look at this, how this works. So first of all, we have S of n, which is the sum of the first n terms equals n over 2 a1 plus an. We're going to use this formula to find the 96. So first of all, to find n, you take the top number minus the bottom number plus 1. So it's going to be 8. N equals 8. 9 minus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. And that's because when you think of it, we're plugging in a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's 8 of them. So the way to do it is the top number minus the bottom number plus 1. Okay? Now to find A1, you plug in the bottom number. And that would be 5. Got it? To find AM, you plug in the top number, and that would be 19. So far, so good?
Mm-hmm.
Now we put it in. So we have 8 over 2 times 5 plus 19, which is 4 times 24, which is 96.